Huh? Oh, you know what you guys are? Hey guys, welcome to part 10 of the Invention series. My name is Scuzzy, and sorry I haven't been making videos. I have been feeling under the weather, whatever that means. I've had a cold, and you can probably tell from my voice. But yeah, so what I want to do in this part is, again, talk about the perks, but in more depth. I want to talk about how you get, certain components, how you get the perks themselves, and then ultimately how you which is the best combination to put on your stuff. So I'm here in Falador in the Invention Guild, and I have a couple of gizmos that I can make. I hope this is enough. Yeah, so I'll just be back when I'm done making those. But yeah, you're gonna need gizmo shells. You're gonna need enough gizmo shells to play around with to get the right combinations, and you're gonna need enough 7 should be fine, 6 should be fine, and then make 7 of these. You're gonna want at least 8 gizmo shells, or maybe 4 gizmo shells. So you have, so you're gonna need 2 gizmos for your top, 2 gizmos for your legs, and 2 gizmos for your weapon. Zip. Weapons /S. So I have a couple of weapons here. These are, I don't remember if these are the ones I actually used. They have to be, because you get your thing back when you destroy them, but that's definitely not the one I want. Let's take a look. So this one's a pretty good gizmo. It has Trophy Takers 4 and Genocidal, which are both ones that I recommend. Now, I could not get Trophy Takers 5. It just would not let me because, well, I'll show you when we go into making them. But let's see what I have on my Staff of Light. We have Precise 3, Equilibrium. That's pretty good gizmo. And then Spendthrift 2 and Genocidal. I don't know if I would get that one. But you'll need some augmenters and some gizmos and, of course, pieces of armor. So what you want to do, let's take a look at my weapon gizmos. So I got Trophy Takers 3 and Genocidal, which is a little bit worse than the one I have my bandos. This one has Just Impatient 3, which I wouldn't recommend. This one's also Just Impatient 3. So if we go in here and we go into the weapons, weapon gizmo, we can let's like take a look at the perks that we wanted to put on. So we wanted Absorbative, Biting, Crackling, Demon Slayer. Okay, so if I put all 5 of these, I'll get Crackling 3 and Ultimatums 3. Crackling is basically, well, we discussed this in other video. Crackling is something we want. Ultimatums is something that we don't really need. So if we take one away, we get 2 to 3. So there's a little bit of a chance. But then we can put another thing like, what was it? See, I don't have these items anymore. I used to have these items. You're gonna need to dismantle rare components to be able to get the different, like you need to get undead components, which I don't have any. So that would be Barrows, Malevolent, can't remember anything else, but those two, the Malevolent Shield, Vengeful Shield, and the other shield, the tier 90 shields, basically. And you get undead components from those, and those will give you the Genocidal. But for now, we can do for Crackling. So if we create one of these, we will get no effects. 200 mil. Why do that? Ultimatums 3, don't want that. Ultimatums 3. Okay, so when you do all 5 of these, yes, I do remember. When you do all 5, you do get ultimatums only. So this is not looking good for me. Trying to figure this out, because I did this like once and I was trying to figure it out, and now I don't have the components, so it's like I gotta go spend like 50 mil on components. I think it's better if I just show you a spreadsheet of it. Okay, so I brought up our old spreadsheet, and I have the Wikipedia, RuneScape Wikipedia on the other page. There I go saying I'm a lot. Sorry. But I will bring up, this is the undead components here, and as I said, it comes from barrows, equipment, malevolent armor, merciless shield, and vengeful kite shield. Now it also says under here the possible perks, so you can get genocidal and undead slayer, basically. So we can put down here undead components, and you'll get possible undead, and then perks, and you'll get genocidal and undead slayer, which are both ones. No, actually, we don't want undead slayer. So let's go on to our next one. Okay, so the only known, the only known item that you can get explosive components from is the hand cannon, which makes me kind of like, why didn't they have that corrected in the first place when they came out with it? But the possible perks are crackling and ultimatums. We don't want ultimatums, so this is how we're gonna get our crackling. Oh, if you click on the perk that you want, say I want biting, I'll take you to this page. Well, it tells you the rarity. This is how I got my biting, is I used a noxious component, which I don't recommend you do, but you can use direct components and blade components. So let's just click on these. You get these from spears, battle axes, and pickaxes. That's simple. And then blade parts, which you're going to get anyways, you get from stabbing, slashing, and thrown weapons. Cool. So I don't even need to do any spreadsheets. Interesting. Alright, so that's biting. Absorbative, we want to... Well, you know, I'll pull the thing up on the side and I'll write it all down so you guys can see it in a nice spreadsheet. Now, absorbative isn't really a perk that I would highly recommend. If you can't get it through fungal components, that I don't suggest that you get it at all, because it's good, but it's not good for damage. So, but yeah, you do get those from fungal components, and I would advise from getting that. So we have the biting one that I just showed. So let me put that on my spreadsheet. Biting is the perk possible, and you get that from noxious, but I wouldn't recommend getting it from noxious. You can get it from blade. So we'll do blade parts. Cool. And blade parts. Next one, we want crackling. We just did this. I'm sorry, guys. We just did this. Crackling. Let me just type this in. We get those from hand cannons, or explosive components, which are from hand cannons, basically. Explosive components. So our next one will be Demon Slayer, I believe. And we can get that from ancient components and dexterous components. So, ancient components. Let's take a look at this. You can... Third age, really? No, that's definitely not how I got that one. I used dexterous components, and... Oh, that's exactly what I did. I used 2 dexterous components and 3 clear parts, and I believe that I got... yeah, I got Demon Slayer, and I also got... No. Hold on. But that one you can get Demon Slayer. So you can get that from Dexterous. I would recommend that. So the number that you need for that is 2. So we'll put that, we'll need 2 of those, and that will give us the Demon Slayer. I'll write down D Slayer. Demon Slayer. Okay. So what I am going to do is I am going to do the spreadsheet, and I'll show you what I have so far. So I took basically the components that you can get each of these possible perks from and the amount of components that you need. So let's say you don't have a spare bando set that you can, or a spare like spare barrow set or spare bando set, then you can just use a powerful component or 2 powerful components to get your genocidal perk. But I do recommend going after, because you can keep your perks every single time you destroy your weapon or dismantle your weapon or siphon your weapon. You can, or armor respectively. You keep your perks basically. So if you can get these perks with only, like, say it only takes 1 for genocidal, but say it takes 4 for another perk that you really want to put on that, you can only have 2 perks per gizmo. So you know, if you had the 2 powerful components, you wouldn't be able to get that other perk on that gizmo. So essentially you're getting the best combinations you can. I'm gonna put this on my other monitor. I recently actually, monitor just came in, 2 of them. So I have a triple monitor display here. It's really nice. Okay, so we don't need Dragon Slayer, because I mean we're not killing dragons unless you're killing Queen Black Dragon or King Black Dragon. I mean those things die so easily anyways. So we wanted Equilibrium. So pull this up. You can get it from rumbling components, precise components. So basically, this is Equilibrium perk. I just put EQ. So there's probably 2 different ones I would recommend: the precise components and the rumbling components, because smooth parts, delicate parts, they automatically require 3. So the precise components requires 2 or 3, and then the rumbling components, which I would suggest doing, if you can. So precise and then rumbling. Of course, not everyone's going to be able to get that, but Equilibrium. I'm not going to spell that right. Cool. So that's the Equilibrium perk. We can start banging these out pretty fast. Genocidal, I already did get that one. You can get from undead components, bandos components, and powerful components, and spiked parts, but you need 4 of them, and you can have a maximum of 5. So technically, unless you're getting something like genocidal and biting on your armor piece or weapon piece, respectively, I think that might be only because you only need 1 for the biting. So we can go into depth a little bit later. But yeah, that's the genocidal one. What do we have next? We have Impatient. Okay, so this one is a Zeros component. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste. Now, let me bring this up. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy and paste this down here, and I am going to just delete all of these because they're not here, just so that they, I don't know why I did that. But so what we're looking at right now is the impatient one. Right? So now I can pull it to this side. Because I got 3 monitors. This one is Zamrock components 1 and Zeros components 1. So basically, you can get this from Zeros or Zammy. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. And they each go from 1, and bring this one over here. Perfect. So now we can go to our next perk. And basically, once we get all of these down in like nice spreadsheet form, we can take a look at it and make educated guesses on what. And like, you can look at this as well, so you don't have to like follow my advice or anything. But because no one's perfect, we're all wrong at some point in time. So I mean, 2 heads are better than 1. I mean, how many of these expressions can I go through to prove that this is like, I don't know what I'm proving. But, okay, so impatient, inaccurate, looting if you want it, lucky if you want it, mediocrity, no. I do like junk food. I like junk food. I got some right here, actually, that I'm nibbling on. Okay, precise. I thought we already had that. Did we already look at precise? Yeah. Oh, no, we were looking at precise components. Okay. What is this? We give formulas and stuff over here. Okay. Armadillo components. I did not know that. I was using this. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I was using 4 or 5 precise components just to get that. So, if anything, like, go for the one that you only need 1 to get to. Because this is an ability that you can get rank 5. For example. So you want to, if you got 5 armadillo components, or even probably 3, you'll get that. So, I'm going to put that here. Armadillo. 1, and you get the precise ability, which is the ones we want. And on to our next one. You know, I'll put the other one just in there just in case. Precise, because some people can't afford it, basically. And it's not fair to them if I give a guy that's like, oh yeah, spend like 10 bill. You don't have to spend 10 bill, but I don't know why it says 2, 2, 4, 5 for the precise components, but that's what I'm gonna put. 2, 2. It might be 3, but we'll see. Okay, so precise, not component. No. Okay. Cool. We're getting somewhere, guys. All right. Precise preparation. I'm pretty sure like spendthrift is pretty good. It's okay. Trophy takers. Yeah. See, here's another calculation. So that's cool. So you can read this to, oh, it's right here. Average change, 5% more. Cool. It's kind of what I said, I think, in the other video. So, oh, 1 variable component. So this is trophy taker. So, I'm trying to think, because can you get to rank 5 from this? What is the question mark saying? Oops. What's it saying? The minimum amount of material required for, oh, for each rank of the perk. Why did I do? Okay, there. So, okay, yeah. That's why you don't want these. Because this is the minimum per rank, and you can get to rank 5. So if you use 5 variable components, you'll have trophy takers. That's why I only have trophy takers 4. Because, literally, it's impossible to get 5 and then have another perk on it. So you're going to have to settle with 4. But if we look up here for 4, it's still 4%. Which is pretty good, right? I mean, 4.17%. So, that being said, let us bring this back up, and this is variable component, I believe. Yeah. Variable. Why did I put component there? it's obviously component. 1 per rank. Components needed per rank, I believe this is. Per rank. So, okay, cool. And we'll get trophy taker. And I really don't want to even put anything else in there because I mean, I guess you could use powerful components because it's a chance. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Again, but variable components, what do you get these from? Where does it say? Miscellaneous items. That was a weird way of saying items. Items. Miscellaneous items. So, literally, you could get variable components from anything miscellaneous. Which I believe you guys can probably get. So, is that everything? So we have the genocidal, absorptive, biting, crackling, demon slayer, equilibrium, impatient, precise, and trophy takers. There's one more that I'm missing. Hold on, let me go through this. Absorptive, biting, crackling, demon slayer. Oh yeah. Equilibrium. Where is it? It's the one that gives you invigorating. No, not invigorating. Impatient. No, impatient. What am I missing? Impatient. I guess I'll do looting or something. You guys want looting? Lucky? Lucky is decent. We can do lucky. Let's look at lucky. Alright, so you can get this from silent components, which I don't even know how you get these. It's probably from range or something. Death Lotus equipment. So that's the only thing you can get it from. If you want to get it. But you can also get it from fortunate components, which is pretty unfortunate that they're from treasure trail items because basically because you only get 2. You need 2 buy limit. I'm just trying to think, like, treasure trail items that you can get are miters, capes. Basically go for like the low cost things that cost like maybe 10, 20k, but you can only buy them 2 at a time. So you have to buy one of Zami, one of Saradome, one of Guthix, one of Bandos, one of Armadillo, one of, what am I missing? Bandos, Armadillo, Zamorak. I don't know if I said that, but you can basically get like 8 of each of them, and you only get 1 fortunate component. And also, I dismantled a 3rd Age Vamp braces, and I got 1 component from it. I was not very happy, but so you can get these from fortunate components and silent components. So silent and fortunate, and there's 1 of each, and you'll get the lucky perk, which is not a bad perk. And we still need to fill 2 more slots, so we need to pick 2 more actually. So we have genocidal, absorptive, biting, crackling, demon slayer, equilibrium, impatient, precise, trophy taker, lucky. What else do we need? We could do spendthrift, although that takes quite a bit of money, I think. We can do wise if you want. Venom blood, no, don't need it. You're probably gonna get a couple other perks anyway, so we'll leave it at these 10. These are the 10 that I do recommend. I'll highlight them for you guys. So I recommend this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Actually, those aren't necessarily the ones that I do recommend you get it from. You can get it from probably Bandos is cheaper than Barrows at the moment. Fungal, I think you should do it with the strong components. Although with the strong components you get other things. So that's why I said do the fungal. So you could do either one of those. Biting, you could do blade, but you could also do noxious if you're feeling a little bit, you know, adventurous. Crackling, you can only do with the hand cannon, and you need 3 or 4 of them. You cannot have 5 because it won't let you, like, if you try to have 5. Oh, no. You can have 5 on your weapon, I believe, but not your, or on your armor, but not your weapon. But it is 1 per rank, so, or 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Yeah, we'll do 1 to 2. And then Demon Slayer, I was dexterous, is the one that I recommended because you couldn't. I don't remember why. Equilibrium, I recommend the rumbling, if you can get away with it. Or, you know what, you could do equilibrium and precise at the same time, which is what I did. That's how I got the equilibrium 3 and the other one. But if you have 1 rumbling component, you can get equilibrium rank 1 just from 1 rumbling component. So you put 3 of those in, you get precise 3, then put 2 of these in and get precise 2. I don't know. But impatient, you could use either one of these, really. I mean, Zeros and Zami, you could dismantle, you know, Virtus, or actually abyssal orbs and abyssal wands you can get Zeros components from. But yeah, I will let you guys figure that part out. Just, here are the different things that, I should put this to the side a little bit so I can have my face cam on here. I do recommend Armadillo for precise. So basically you could have 3 Armadillo, 2 rumbling, and get away with some nice thing there. Or you could have, what, 5 precise or something like that. And you can have this, I guess you could have the same thing, really. Trophy takers, variable, lucky. You can use either silent or fortunate, but I would use silent if you have the Death Lotus. Actually, I take that back. I wouldn't. I would just try to buy. Don't do that. I would just try to buy the treasure trail items. So yeah, I don't really. I mean, I could show you how to make it in the game, but I don't have rumbling or Zaros or Zami or Armadillo or fortunate. I guess I could go get some. Yeah, I'll go get some and then I'll do it in game. I'll be right back. Alright, so I have filled my inventory with things that I just bought from the Grand Exchange at very high prices, so you're welcome for anyone who was selling those items. I just paid an extremely high amount for it, so I can do this video. So, yeah, we can get rid of these because I don't want those weapon gizmo. No, I just want to get rid of the ones that have the ultimatum on it only, because first off, we want gizmos that have 2 perks on them each, so we can fill all of our slots that we have. And the next thing is, well, let me get rid of this stuff. Hopefully this gives me good items. I don't want to spend any more money. Nah, it's all good. I got lots of money. So I bought Bando's Tassets. I also bought Bando's Boots, and it gave me 1 Bando's item, but I looked at my thing, and I have like 22 of them. So these are all, they're not really things that I recommend that you do, necessarily, but it was the stuff that I got at the moment. So I think that's everything. These are just the augmented stuff that I have. So if we go into here, if we go into here, we can take a look. What do we want on our weapons? So we have 4 perks that we can put on our weapons, which is 2 gizmos. So we can think, alright, we're going to do... Genocidal is one of the easiest ones to get. All you need is 1 Bando's component. There's no ranks involved, so that one can be scratched off for now. We could put that on anything. We could just throw it on later and say, well, you know, we don't need it right now. So let's take a look at the things that do require something that, so if we want something like trophy takers, basically 5 variable components or 4 variable components, and then we can literally do anything on it. So we could do, let's see, Lucky has a rank system, Precise has a rank system, Impatient, I believe, has a rank system, Equilibrium has a rank system, Demon Slayer does not, but it requires 2. So that means we'd get 3 Trophy Taker and Demon Slayer, which is no-go. Crackling has a rank, Biting does not have a rank, Absorbative has a rank, and Genocidal does not. So literally, the only thing we can do for Trophy Takers is put Biting on it or Genocidal. So we can also throw that to the side. So we'll do our combinations. Combinations here, we'll have armor, and we have, let's actually pull this down one here, and so this is for the armor, this is for the weapons. We have slot perks per item, I guess. I don't know. Perks per thing. So we can have 4 perks per item, but 8 total, so 8. And then here we have 4. So we have less on the weapon side. So we want, you know, we want to have our ratio, what have you, to be correct for that. Also, there was one thing that I wanted to put on the bottom of this. So it's perks per item, and then also gizmo per item, I guess. So you can put 2 gizmos on each item for each of these. So, that being said, we can have 4 combinations? Is that? No. That's not what I wanted to go. That's not where I wanted to go. So, I wanted... Hold on, let me just think about this for a second. Alright, so I went off on a little tangent here. Don't mind that. But, so, back to the combinations. We can have genocidal... dyslexia, genocidal. And, let's see, genocidal and trophy takers, which is what I have on mine, or you can have genocidal and biting, basically. This will be our combination. I need to bring this down a little bit because it's like, this is getting in the way. So this right here, we can, if we want, we can merge the cell. I don't know, I don't really like merging cells, but I do want this to be one thing. This will be perk 1. We can have this on the weapon if we want, but, oh, that's what I was saying over here. So, basically, the gizmos per item. So, if we have a dual wield, we can have 1 gizmo per dual, per 1. So, you have 1 for your main hand and 1 for your offhand. So, it comes out to 4 anyways. But, if you have a two-handed weapon, you can have 2 gizmos on it. So, this is gizmo 1. Sorry, not perk 1. Gizmo 1. So this is gizmo 1, so we only have 1 gizmo left for our weapon. If we wanted to put this on the armor, then we'd have 3 gizmos left for our armor. So we can then say, okay, gizmo 2. Gizmo 2 is going to be for our armor. And we can have... So basically that takes care of genocidal and trophy takers, or genocidal and biting. But we can have things like Demon Slayer, so it would cost 2 dex for 1 dexterity. And also we can have... We could have Equilibrium with that. Or what we can do is we can have Equilibrium... No, not Equilibrium. Precise. We could have Precise with genocidal or biting. So we could have Precise, and biting, or Precise and... Oh wait, hold on. Biting Get mixed up here. I'm confusing guys. And then genocidal. We could have that for our armor. We could also have that for our weapon if we really wanted to. So we can, again, merge these cells just so it looks a little better. Or we can have this as our weapon. I mean, at that point, I don't know if it matters. Let's take a look. So basically we have genocidal, which requires one Bandos component. So I only have one Zamrak component. What did I dismantle? I could have sworn I dismantled, but we're not going to use that. We're going to use Zero's components for that, which we have. I only have one Armadillo component. I dismantled the legs of an Armadillo legs, and I got one component. Precise one. Okay, I need to go get more Armadillo components. I'll be right back. Alright, so don't dismantle an Armadillo chest plate. They're like 8 mil, and you only get one Armadillo component from them. I suggest... I really don't have a suggestion, because the biolimit is just so... It's only one per now. I guess do the bucklers, because these Armadillo chaps don't even give you... They give you the fortune component, so... I don't even know. Jagex is still working on stuff for this skill. They need to balance it. Uh-oh. You get ethereal components from Abyssal Orbs, so I'm going to have to dismantle Virtus. Spending a lot of money on this that I don't need to. So you guys know what's good and what's not. So, 4 Zero's components. Good, okay. Good. So now I have the... Oh, and by the way, congrats to my friend, Toadflax King. He got 500 million XP. It's pretty cool. Good job. But yeah, I think I have the components. So I have the Zeros, I have 5 Armadillo, enough Fortunate, enough Rumbling, Explosive. Okay, I should be good, so I'll be back at Valador. Ah, this poor guy, D-Dude 550. I mean, 5,500. Poor guy, I teleported as he was talking. He goes, never been in a recording. He's going to flash his he's going to show off his fancy crafting cape. So, yeah, rewind and go look at his crafting cape. And, sorry to him. I went back and I said, sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat when I hit the teleport tab. But yeah, so, actually, I didn't even need to come to Falador for this. So, what did we say? We're going to do... we do have the stuff for the precise. So, we're going to do this on a... We're going to do this with 2 precise. So we can use for equilibrium. So precise components. Where are these? Precious components. Precise. Where are you? I have no idea where these are. This one. No, enhancer. Oh my god. You think I would know this? Okay, here we go. If we do 2 of these, we get cautious. Okay. That being said, we can't do this on an armor gizmo. We have to do this on a weapon gizmo. But you also get all this other stuff. So, let's see. If I have all precise, I can get precise to 4. But I get all these other things. So this is why I was doing precise. What? There was another thing that I could do precise with, though. Oh yeah, what am I doing? Rumbling components. Okay, 1 rumbling component does not give me anything. 2 gives me equilibrium 1. 3 gives me equilibrium 2. 4 gives me equilibrium 2. And 5 gives me 2 to 3. What if I added 2 of these? Nope, does nothing. What's the maximum? The maximum was 2, right? Or 3? 1. Hold on. Rumbling, and then we can also do Zeros. Or Armadillo. We can get... No, what goes with this? This is equilibrium and precise. Okay. So for precise, we can do armadillo components, which we have 5 here. So if we do 1, we get precise 1. 2, precise 2. 3, precise 3. Precise 4. Precise 5. Yeah, but... Precise 5. Precise 4. No. Because you can get that. You can get that with 5 precise components. We don't want to put equilibrium with precise. We want to have 4 of these. And we want to put precise with, like, biting. So, if we put in a bandos component. What? No, wait, hold on. Bandos component. Don't tell me you need 2 bandos components. You do. You need 2? Why does it say 1 on the wiki? You only need 1 with the undead. Swear. You only need 1. Alright. If that's the case, you can have precise 4. And I don't have any undead components. I'll be right back again. Alright, I think we're good. I just dismantled 2 malevolent helms, and I have 14 undead components. No! No! It takes 2? No, hold on. There's no way. I did it with 1 before. Okay, don't do the undead components then. They may have switched it. In all honesty, they may have switched it, and I don't mean to sound really stupid. Like, I'm sure someone's gonna comment and say you're really stupid. What's 9 plus 10? Whatever. But so what can I do? Biting chance is from blade components. So if we do a blade component, junk food, you need 3 of these just to get biting 1. That's why I said don't do noxious unless you have them, which I don't think I have any. I don't have any, but I would. Ugh. That's the one I would go with, though. I would do 1 or 2 noxious. It might be 2. They may have updated it to 2, but when I did it, it was just 1. So that being said, you're gonna need two noxious, which you get 5 from a noxious weapon. You get 5 from a noxious weapon, so that should be fine. But you get 2. You can put 2 on it, and then you have 3 left. So you have the biting, and then you can get. You could put the trophy takers on there. So trophy takers is variables. So 1, 2, 3. So you get trophy takers 1 to 3. See, that's why I'm saying when I did this, I have trophy takers. I have trophy takers 4. Like, I have it right here. Look, I have trophy taker 4 and genocidal, which is not possible anymore. Like, if you look at these perks, it's on my armor. So we'll do an armor gizmo shell. And this is the way I did it. I did 4 of these. And 1 of these. Or 1 undead. Actually, I used an undead component. But it doesn't give genocidal anymore. You need to have 2 of these to get it. And you only get trophy takers 3. So I'm keeping that perk. But for you guys, you can do this, and you can create a couple of them. Or you can use the bandos. It's probably better to use the bandos because you do, yes, you got devoted 1 here. So if I do this, clear-headed, devoted, not what I wanted. Trophy takers 2, clear-headed. So it's going to take a little bit. Genocidal and devoted. So you're going to have a lot of... Oh, here we go. Trophy taker 2 and genocidal. You might want to stick with that. I mean, if you don't have much money. Because trophy takers 2 is still decent. So we can restart and then we can... So let me just pull this up. Let's just do theoretical because I don't have enough components to do this. So we took care of this. We have trophy takers 2. And we have genocidal. So we can get rid of that. but we still need to get biting. So we can do biting with precise. We could get precise, what? 3. We can get precise 3 and biting on it if we want to. That's an armor. This one was armor, actually. Armor, and this one could be armor as well. We'll do armor. And then Gizmo number 1 weapon we can have as, let's say, so we have genocidal and trophy takers done. So let's uncheck those. Let's uncheck those. No fill, please. Thank you. And now we can do biting. Where's biting? Biting and no, we have biting and precise gone. Okay, so biting and precise is gone. Now we can do impatient and equilibrium. We could have equilibrium, but the way I did it was used 5 precise components. If you use 5 precise components, you can get, this has to be on a weapon, sorry guys, 5 precise components. You can get precise 1 to 4 and equal 1 to 2. We already have precise. We have precise 3, which would be very difficult to get on here because you have blunted 1 through 5 and cautious, which are higher probability because this item is an uncommon item and not a rare. So what I would say to do is use some rumbling components. So if we use 3, we get equilibrium 2, and then we can even go to nope, 2 seems like it's where it's at, and then equilibrium, and then also we could have Demon Slayer if we want, so 2 dexterous. So that would include what we could do. We could do crackling. Could we do crackling? No. Crackling. Nope. Crackling is not as important as equilibrium or precise is. So we could get equilibrium 2, and then impatient. Impatient is 3% chance for basic abilities to generate extra adrenaline. We might want to put... So they definitely updated this. They definitely updated this because I've had impatient 3 before and I didn't use all of that. It was like you get it 1 per rank. They updated something, I'm telling you. So that being said, the wiki is kind of at a loss here. And precise, no, that's impatient. Impatient's not as important. You could get away with maybe 2 of them, and then hope to get number 2. Heh, he said number 2. Oh, sorry. And then the rumbling components, and then you get equilibrium 2 and impatient 2. So it seems like they played with the numbers a little bit and made it more so you don't get the good stuff, and it's like impossible to get it. But the maximum you can get on a gizmo is 2. So you make this and you get equilibrium 2, patient 1. You go through it again, equilibrium 2. Come on. But eventually you would get equilibrium 2 and impatient 2, and you would be satisfied with that. But these gizmos, I'm not even going to worry about. So that being said, we just got equilibrium, and we also just got impatient. Which, of course, I seem a little bit impatient right now. But we can take these off. No fill. And now all we have is absorbative, crackling, demon slayer, and lucky. So we have 2 more perks that we can do. So we have gizmo number 2, maybe? Absorbative is an armor. Crackling, you could do probably crackling and demon slayer on 1. And then the lucky and the absorbative you could probably put. So gizmo 2 on the weapon is going to be crackling and demon slayer. So we need explosive components and 2 dexterous components, which I don't have any of those now, but this is theoretical. So that gets rid of crackling. You'll probably get crackling 2 and then demon slayer, which that takes care of that. And then you can do absorbative and lucky. So that is what, 10, and then you would probably get, so we'll put the numbers here, you'll probably get impatient 2, no, what did we say? Impatient 2 is what we want, and equilibrium 2 is what we want. So those, and then absorptive would be, wait, hold on, getting ahead of myself here. Crackling, and then Demon Slayer, which is 1, and then Crackling probably 2, honestly. And then your last gizmo will be an armor, because you don't have any more weapon gizmos to put into your weapons. You can only have 2, right? You can only have 2. Yeah. Okay. So, now we have the last one was absorptive and lucky, so and lucky. And you'll probably get absorptive 2 from what I'm seeing, and lucky 2 at best. Unfortunately, this is your combinations that I would recommend. I hope you guys enjoyed this part, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Huh? Oh, you know what you guys are? Guys!